What's going on, guys? We're back again. More stuff. It's been lighter stuff again. It's been going. Content world's been going a little bit crazy. Ethan, iDubbbz drama is still going on. There's plenty of other drama around. Tory Lane's new evidence. There's a lot going on in the content world right now. It's just going nuts. But for right now, we're going to go a little softer today. Another I've been preach video. It's titled 20 Jordan Petersons versus Atheists. It's the Jubilee debate between Jordan Peterson and 20 atheists. Originally, it was supposed to be one Christian versus 20 atheists, but as you see from the video, you're going to see why they switched it to Jordan Peterson versus 20 atheists. I've seen a couple clips of this. I've seen some shorts of this. There was one short that I watched was like really funny where he refuses to answer the question. And we've heard that before, but the way he answers the question is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. So, setting that all up, we got Up and Preach in a new setup, looking like a podcast. They've never done this before. I don't know if this is new. I don't know if they're on tour and this is just what they're doing. But I don't know how I feel about it. Had to be a takeaway just to like, I don't know, I don't change that much, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it. It's Up and Preach. We're gonna roll with the change. So here we go. Up and Preach. 20 Jordan Petersons versus atheists. Let's go.
Jordan Peterson, the Canadian philosopher, the man who's changed the lives of millions of people, helped young men everywhere clean their rooms, and love
Preach's face. Preach just hear this intro of Jordan Peterson. He's just like, where is this motherfucker going with this? Because Abba just sets the table for what they're about to talk about. Some type of joke is coming, and it's just like, oh my god. But did you see it on Preach's face? What do you do about it? What is he setting this up for?
of Jesus. He did a debate on Jubilee, and it's gotten the attention of a lot of people. One Christian versus 20 atheists. And essentially, Jordan Peterson is playing the role of the Christian.
Sure. So do you believe in the all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good notion of God?
What do you mean by believe?
This is the clip I saw, and I made the same. What do you mean? What do you mean by what? That doesn't feel like a difficult. That was the first question. The short was the first question. Oh, God only knows how. This is where we're starting from. What do you mean by believe? Okay.
Do you think it to be true?
That's the circular definition. What do you mean
How
when
is
you
that
say
circular?
you believe?
How is that circular?
Because you added no content to the answer by substituting the word true and
What?
believe.
I said
What?
you think it to be true.
All right. So if
What's
you
a belief?
believe something, you stake your life on it.
What do you mean by that?
Live for it?
You see you see the one dude's face in this? Wait, hold on. Do you see the one dude's face in this? Oh my god! Just like the fuck is he talking about? Like,
Stake your life on it.
What do you mean by that?
you see, it's like, where the fuck is he going with this? Where is he going with this? He's just asked you, do you believe in God? I don't know what is that hard for you to answer? Is that a difficult question for you to answer? I'm so confused. Is this a difficult question for you to answer? I would think that'd be an easy one. I would think that would have been a layup, but apparently not.
You live for it and you die for it. That's what I mean by that. It isn't something that you say. It isn't something that's associated with logical consistency. It's not declarative. It's not propositional. It's not a figment of your imagination. It's the presupposition of your attention and your action.
Dude, do you believe in God? Yes or no? Oh my god. Dude, it's not. I'm not even trying to be dramatic. Well, I am a dramatic person, so that's dramatic person. Never was a theater person. I did stage crew. I don't really count that. I never actually did actual acting. It was actually dramatic. I just built shit. But I don't even think this is a dramatic reaction for me. What, dude? It's do you believe in God? Yes or no? Why the fuck is this so difficult? Yes or no? Do you believe in God? I don't know how else to specify that. I don't know what else you want me to do. Am I not is the question, do you believe in God, that difficult of a question for you to answer? I'm so confused about what's going on right now. I don't understand what this whole extra. It's a lot of filibustering. It's a lot of trying not to answer the question. You're just saying a bunch of shit just to not answer the question. Do you believe in God? Yes or no? You asking me, what do you mean by believe? That tells me this is going to be some bullshit because you're not being serious. What are you doing? What? I feel like it's an easy question to answer. What the fuck?
And you're either fragmented, in which case you worship multiple gods, or there's some unity at the bottom.
Do you worship multiple gods or do you just worship a god? And if so, dude, Do you believe in a God? Do you believe in many gods? Do you not believe in God? What, bro? Come on.
Of it that makes you an unstoppable force.
What? I don't know what you want me to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. That I would not know what to do with that shit. I have. Oh, what?
Fuck. Yo, sometimes when Jordan Peterson speaks, I feel like he's fuckboy for scientists. It's like, you know, it's like when you go up to your girl.
This sounds like a fuckboy trying to answer a question. Like he's not answering the question. It's like, you love me? What do you mean by love? What do you mean by do I love you? Love? What do you mean by love? That's what that shit is. What? Dude, just answer the question. Do you believe in God or no? What the fuck? Why do we have to go all in a circle with this shit? Just say you don't want to answer the question at that point. Fuck, bro.
And you're just like, babe, do you love me? And she's like, what do you mean love? Bitch, you know what the fuck we're talking about. What do you mean believe? What do you mean true?
I'm listening to this and I'm questioning, did I even go to school?
No, I know. I was like, do I even speak English? I'm not sure anymore.
The question was so simple.
Right?
And to be fair,
the question was very simple. Do you believe in God? I did not think that would lead to an entire exposition of bullshit he was going to feed this kid just to not answer the question. I had no idea. Because next, you about level, what the fuck? What the fuck? I just saw something popped up. Things happened a couple days ago by the time this recording comes out. Or it's going to be like a week or so because TikToker Cabby Lame got reported. I don't know why. I just saw that. Maybe I'll look at it. Maybe I'm not. But what the fuck, Jordan? What are you doing?
fair, there are times where I'm watching a conversation unfold and I just don't understand because maybe I don't have the aptitude or the lingo. But I don't think the question the guy was asking was crazy. Do you believe?
Yeah, I understand what I was saying. This is not this, though. This is definitely not this. This was a very easy question that he's just not answering. For some reason, I have no fucking idea. Just for some reason, he doesn't want to answer this question.
In God. What do you mean believe? What do you mean true? It's like, oh, nigga, shut your ass
God.
up.
What do you mean by that?
You live for it and you die for it. That's what I mean by that. It isn't something that you say. It isn't something that's associated with logical consistency. It's not declarative. It's not propositional. It's not a
Me in a
figment of
situationship.
your imagination. It's the presupposition of your attention and your action. And you're either fragmented, in which case you
Oh my
worship
God,
multiple.
Bro, dude, I'd be tuning out at this point. I'm like, bro, just answer my question. Do you believe in God? Yes or no? I don't need this other shit. I don't. So unless you're willing to live and die for it, you don't really believe in it. Would you live and die for God? Do you believe in that? Would you live and die for the word of God? What the fuck? It should be so easy. It should be a layup. I don't understand. Why are we doing all of this? My bad, this is getting a little too dramatic. It's just, oh, just answer the fucking question. I'm sick of this shit.
Gods, or there's some unity at the bottom of it that makes you an unstoppable force.
Okay.
He doesn't know what to do with that answer. I wouldn't know what to do with that answer. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't understand.
So you're saying that you don't believe something if you wouldn't die for it?
Not really, no.
That's not. I feel like that's what you just said. So what was the point? You see what I mean about him just saying stuff that doesn't matter, just not answer? This is what I'm talking about. Do you? Oh my God. So what was the point of you saying all that? Oh my God, if that wasn't the point, what the fuck was the point of you saying all that then? You just wasted words, time, and air for nothing if that was not the point. Because that's what it sounded like your point was, but now that's not. What are you doing?
So then,
How would you define belief? Something you say?
Can I explain? Right, I would lie in order to be able to save my life. Right, I think you would do that too. You wouldn't lie to save your
Don't be
life.
so sure.
You wouldn't.
What? What is this? What? I don't know what this is. Dude, what do you mean? What? Oh, God. What does he define belief as? Do you have belief in anything, Jordan? Do you believe in God? What do you believe? No way you picked that up. What do you believe in, dog? Holy shit. What is it? So sure about that. The fuck? Dude, you're not. Dude, he's starting to sound like a villain who just. Dude, he's sounding like a villain. What are you doing?
Lie to save your life.
What is wrong with you, dude?
I will say too that it's a bit arrogant to sit there and be like, if you believe and you stake your life on it, it makes you an unstoppable force. It's just like, bro, shut the fuck up. I don't think that everything you truly believe in makes you. It's just the way he talks about himself. Oh, would you stake your life for the truth? Would you risk it? Don't be so sure. Nigga, you're not Batman. Shut your ass up.
Bro, what is this? He's like, don't be so sure about that. What the fuck is this? I can't tell if he's serious or performing. I can't tell, because if this is him in his actual life, holy crap, dog. And if you are doing this playing it, what I don't know. Once you start filibustering, I start checking out because I'm just like, all right, bro, you just don't want to answer the question. Just say you don't want to. We can move the fuck on. No, because you just keep talking. There's nothing coming out of your mouth. This could be me. Never mind. As I'm talking here in a microphone like this. No, I got it. The second I start hearing it, I'm like, this sound a little close to humbug. But I don't do this. I don't filibuster the fuck like this. I don't know what the fuck this is. What are you doing?
What do you know
can't see
about
it.
me? I didn't lie to save my career. I didn't lie to save my clinical practice.
Or does he know about that? How much do you think he knows about you? Like, does he think he knows your whole lore, your whole backstory? Do you think he knows your origin story, Jordan? Do you think any of these kids in this know your origin story, or they just know Jordan Peterson, who likes to debate from the conservative side of the aisle, and they wanted to debate you? Do you really think they know your entire lore up until this point? Calm down, relax, chill out, dude.
Would you lie to like your children, your mom, your dad?
I don't think lying would save them.
No, can there ever
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? What? I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what the fuck this is. But what are you, Jordan's doing? He's like, I don't think, what do you mean it wouldn't save it? What are you talking about? I don't know what that means, Jordan. What do you mean lying would save them? And what? Oh, God. Oh, my God.
be a circumstance logically that lying could save someone?
If you're steeped in sin, you're likely to live in circumstances like that.
I'll give you an example. If you're in Nazi Germany and it is the case that there's like Jewish people in your attic and you're trying
I
to
know
protect
the
them,
example.
Wait, so, oh, my God. Hold on. I'm going to let this finish because I don't know what to do with this shit.
would you lie to Nazis? If
I
they're
would have
asking?
done everything I bloody well could so I wouldn't be in that
would
situation
you
to begin
lie?
with. It's a hype.
What do you mean? What? I would have done everything I bloody well could to not be in that situation. What does that mean? What do you mean you would do it? What does that mean? What do you mean you would have? I don't know what that. Hold up. Wait. Hold on. So hold on. So he asked you a basic hypothetical. Would you lie to Nazi German soldiers in order to protect Jewish lives by lying and saying they're not that you don't have any Jews hidden away? His response, Jordan Peterson's response is, I would have done everything I better could not to be in that situation. So basically, he's saying if that I would not be in that situation because I would do everything I can, so I would never be in a position to have to lie to soldiers to protect Jews. That's basically what he's saying right now. He's saying, dude, I would have stopped it. I never would be in that scenario because I would have done everything I can to make sure that scenario. I would never be in a position where I had to hide Jews from Nazis. I would make sure I would never be in the position so I would never have to lie. Would make it so Nazis were never even at my door. The Nazis wouldn't even be a thing. I would have made sure the Nazis never be a thing, so I never would have had to lie to them to save Jewish lives. Who do you think you are? For real, what do you mean I would have done everything I could not be the same? What does that mean? Dude, you would have stopped it? Would you have stopped the Holocaust? Would you have just turned them away? The Jews try to hide away, would you just turn them away so you wouldn't have the choice? What the fuck are you talking about, Jordan? I feel like you just don't want to answer the question because you don't. For some reason, you can't answer, are you a Christian? For some reason. Even though you've been arguing for Christian values for years. But for some reason, you can't come out and say you're a Christian. I don't know why. That's really strange. I would have bloody well done it for a Christian to be in that scenario. What the fuck? Doesn't answer that question at all, dog. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hypothetical, and it's
You
not
can't answer
answerable.
hypotheticals.
Yo, this is pissing me off. This is really pissing
So
me
what are we
off.
doing
I don't
here?
even know if it's because it reminds me of when I was a kid and I was trying to fucking ask a question to my parents and it would never fucking answer. Can I fucking go to this party? Shut the fuck up and just answer the question. Jordan is trying to prove something with his villain, the Super Marvel villain look. He's like the
Right?
second villain in the Diddy situation. There's Diddy on one side. There's Jordan Peterson. He got different superpowers. One is fucking baby oil. The other one is arguing with you to death.
Because if you believe, you can lie.
Like, he's asking, like, dude, you're challenging the word belief right now. That's how I know you're bullshitting. You're not serious. You're challenging the literal word belief. Get the fuck out of here, dog. What are we doing? Oh, I did everything I bloody well could to not be in this scenario. Oh, don't be so sure. But like, what the fuck are you trying to sound like an evil villain right now? What are you doing? He's getting real close, screwing his eyes, getting to the table. He's really trying to look like a goddamn villain. I don't know why. And again, this all started because he wouldn't answer the question, do you believe in God? That's it. He couldn't answer this one. He's been bullshitting and fuckboying and scientists fuckboying his way through this entire conversation to this point, and it makes him look fucking ridiculous. And for some reason, he thinks this is making him look intelligent. He doesn't have the time to waste with children asking stupid questions. No, you look like a dude who can't answer a simple fucking question that any other Christian can answer. Holy shit, dude. Like, why are you doing this? It looks so ridiculous. Why? You look ridiculous. Your practice, everything you talk about how intelligent and just all you've done academically and intellectually, and you can't answer a question of, do you believe in God? Dr. Peterson.
Father, anyone.
After talking to him, you're just dried and everything, dehydrated. That's his superpower. Pissing me the fuck off. God, play the goddamn.
Play the clip. Let him do his thing. All right, you playing?
No, I can't answer a hypothetical like
What?
that because
Did
it's
you eat
far.
today?
Look,
Did you eat
don't
today?
play games.
I'm not playing a game. I'm just
Yes,
asking
you
if you
are.
ate it.
If you present me
Hold up, let's play
with an
it.
intractable moral choice that's stripped of context and you back me into a corner, you're playing game. I just told you.
Hypothetical.
He's literally asking you, would you lie to protect the lives of Jews from Nazi German soldiers? Would he? Oh my God, it's not a game. Oh my fucking God. I don't know if he just lives on the internet when everybody's just trying to get a fucking gotcha. Dude, what is your fucking deal? Just answer the question. It's not this difficult. You're making it way more difficult than it has to be. This question could have been answered, and we could have been something completely different, or been further into this deeper into this conversation to where it almost included, and you can move on to something else. But you're just doing just ignorant shit right now. Why?
I would do everything that I could to make sure that I'm never in that situation. By the
What does that mean?
time you've got there, you've made so many mistakes that there's nothing you can do that isn't a sin.
Being
But hold on, because so many things happen up until that point. Anything you do, which includes lying, is sin. I know lying is sin, I guess. Or just you're not supposed to lie, but I guess lying's a sin, even though it's not a commandment you can break. But I understand what the fuck they're talking about. Is my thing is this dude is really like so many things happen to this point that everything you do is sin, dude. We'll see would you protect the lives of Jews or not. It's not just fucking difficult. What are you doing? You're making this. Oh God, dude.
born in Nazi Germany and trying to protect people that you care about. There could be a Jewish friend that you have, and you want to protect them.
I think you should
have
just
them in
give
your
up on
attic.
that line of questioning.
Give up.
Dude, oh my God, you're not, I'm sorry. Dude, he's talking like this kid's wrong. Dude, you just for some reason don't want to answer the fucking question. You say you should really give him another question. Why? Because you can't answer it because for some reason. So you can't answer, do you believe in God? You can't answer, would you lie to protect the lives of Jews from Nazi German soldiers? Two basic ass questions that are yes or no, and you can't do it. What the fuck are you here for?
Up on just trying to clarify your position? Because
I
you don't
did
like, are you
clarify.
uncomfortable
No,
with me
you didn't.
asking this question? It's just a basic hypothetical. I could ask you.
It's just a basic
yeah, yeah.
hypothetical where you
Bro, why you? It's just a basic. Yes, Jordan. What the fuck? Oh my God, bro, shut up. I swear to God, if I didn't know Jordan had all these decent shit, I would swore he was a pseudoscientist. I swear to God, a pseudopsychologist. Just some I broke, dude. For somebody who's got this many PhDs, he sometimes thinks in fucking bro science, and it's so stupid. What do you mean it's not about? Yes, would you lie to protect the lives of Jews from Nazis coming to capture them? Yes or no? That is it. Motherfucker, this isn't a gotcha. This isn't motherfucker. Like, I don't. You're making this more difficult than it actually needs to be. These are two very easy. This is an easy question and an easy hypothetical. For some reason, you are treating it like it's the most complex fucking question you've ever heard in your life. It's really not. You're making this more difficult because for some reason you don't want to answer this fucking question. You're acting like a fucking coward. Like you're acting like a little pussy. And you're acting like a pussy right now. I don't understand. Why are you acting like a pussy with a bunch of these people? Dude, you look like a fucking coward who can't stand up for Christianity right now.
put Jews' lives at stake in Nazi Germany, That's just a basic
Obviously, you
hypothetical.
would lie in that scenario to save their life, but you're not trying to answer this question for some reason. Again, you're not answering this hypothetical because it shows that you clearly would lie to save
I'm
someone's life.
answering it in a
Obviously, that's
manner.
not.
No, you're not answering it. You're really not. Holy shit, dog. And I don't know why. You're making this more difficult than it actually has to be. For no other reason, just to be difficult. Why are you being difficult just because?
You don't find acceptable.
Obviously, because I
Because
can't.
you're not answering the fucking question. You're not answering it. Of course I wouldn't find it acceptable, but you're not answering because you wouldn't accept that. You would not accept that answer if they told you this. I know Jordan Peterson wouldn't accept this answer, so why the fuck should anybody else?
I think this kind of ran its course, but the hypothetical he's asking is just like, are there any extreme circumstances where you would risk lying to save people's life?
Yes.
And Jordan Peterson's argument is essentially this: I am so much in my truth that I would never get to the hypothetical situation that you're in. If I was in Nazi Germany, I would have done everything possible to make sure I'm never the person who has to save a Jew's life. That's how arrogant.
Oh my god. Actually, yes. I was being funny, but he's also being serious. No, he's literally saying, like, bro, I would do everything I can to never be in a position where I have to decide whether to save Jews or not. Dude, because it makes you look worse when you say it. It's making him look fucking horrible. Just not answering this simple question. Like, you look fucking horrible right now, dude. And no.
This guy is. That's how crazy this clip is. That's he just the voice. I would never have let the Holocaust have. It's so crazy.
He's like, maybe if they were Christian.
Damn. Yo, it do be like that.
That's all he says. If I was in that, I'd have killed all 10 of them bank robbers. All right, here we go.
Oh, God.
So wait, hold up. The prompt is everybody worships something even though they might not know it. And I guess this guy, he's debating Peterson. It's the middle of the debate, and he's trying to get Peterson to flesh out what he means by worship. And then you can play the clip.
Why is that relevant?
Because you go to a Catholic church, don't you? Or you've attended recently. You're interested in Catholicism, aren't you?
Sure,
All right. Are you familiar with their doctrines?
somewhat.
You're
Their
familiar.
doctrines are
How do they regard Mary?
Why are you asking me that?
Because you're a Christian.
You say that. I haven't claimed that.
Oh, is this
It's literally called 1 Christian versus 20 atheists. What are you talking about? He's just fucking around now. He's just fucking around. We're not being serious. We're performing now. What this is, we're doing a performance. What this is, we're doing a goddamn performance. That's what we're doing right now. We're doing a performance. So what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Dude, what? You say that that's the prompt. It's really 1 Christian versus 20 atheists. Why would they bring you here if you weren't when you weren't a Christian? Dumb?
Christians versus atheists?
Yes.
You don't know where you are.
What are you? Oh my god, why are you doing this? You're so stupid. No, why is he playing stupid? He doesn't know what the fuck he's here for. Fucking idiot.
You are right now.
Don't be a smart.
How can I not, dude? You're playing fucking stupid. You don't know what this is. You don't know what the prompt is. You don't know what belief means. You don't know what belief in God means. You don't know if you lied to save Jews. You don't know if you're a Christian versus 20 atheists. You don't even know what the fuck is going on right now. Why are you here, dog? Like, you just wasting everybody else's time. We could have got a legitimate Christian on this shit instead of having to deal with you. So what are you doing?
Well,
And I mean,
either you're a
'cause I
Christian
won't
or you're
talk
not.
to you if you're a smart ass.
Oh, either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
I can't talk to you when you won't say. I can't talk to you when you don't know what the definition of the word belief is. I can't talk to you when you're acting like you don't know what it means to believe in God. I wouldn't let you talk because you just over here just bullshitting. Like, you're just bullshitting now. You're not trying. You're not serious. Holy fuck.
I could be either of them, but I don't have to.
Oh my god, dude. We need a Christian to debate 20 atheists. Not a motherfucker who doesn't know what he is. You're literally wasting time. You literally shouldn't be here then. You're just wasting time right now, dog. What the fuck?
You don't have to tell me. I was under the impression
private.
I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
Dude,
No,
it's
you
like
were-
showing
Hold on.
showing your mom a video. So you show your mom a video. It's like, look, this funny video. Who's that? I don't know who's that. Anyways, look at the video. Where do you know them from? I don't know them from nowhere, mom. Just watch the video. What's going on? Watch the video. No. Why are you yelling at me? Oh my God, mom.
He's giving this like, you smart aleck. I'll bend you over my knee and spank you on the cartouche.
What it feels like. That's why I'm having trauma. That's why.
Also,
good.
where am I?
I'm just trying to show a funny vid to my mom. And then she's asking me these dumbass questions at the end. She don't know where the fuck she is at.
Good.
Invited to.
I think everyone should look at the title of the YouTube channel. You're probably in the wrong YouTube video.
You're really quite something, you are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing. Right? You're not a Christian.
Well, I wouldn't have had patience for this dude after that. Not the dude who just said that to Jordan. I wouldn't have patience for Jordan. Look at her face. She know exactly what the... Bruh. Oh, shit. This might be the thumbnail right here. This, my face, and this... Oh, man, can I copy this? No, not the URL. Damn. I'm trying to copy the photo. Oh, look at this that disgusted face. He's so sad. He's so... Bro, her face.
You're really quite something, you are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing. Right? You're not a Christian.
Yo, shout out to that dude, man. Shout out to him, because this fucking patience right here is just ridiculous. Thank you, my brody, bro. Cheers.
I don't think it's because of what he is. I think it's just what he's saying. He's being pedantic. But one of the weirdest parts is, are you a Christian? And he's like, I don't have to tell you. Why the fuck are you here? And this encapsulates Jordan Peterson for me. Go ahead.
So people say to me, what do you believe in God? And I think, oh, there's a couple of mysteries in that question. What do you mean you?
What? Breaking down every word of the question, asking, what do you mean? Oh my God. I couldn't have the patience for this shit. I couldn't. I'm like, bro, just say you don't want to answer. Don't ask me, what do I mean by do you believe? If he says, what do I believe in the word in, I swear to God. I swear. Oh God. I would get so fucking pissed if he just tried to do that shit. Oh my God.
What do you mean believe? And what do you mean God? So people often ask me, do
My fucking...
you believe in God? Which I don't like that question. I don't like that.
Why can't you just answer it, motherfucker? Every other Christian can answer that. I don't think he is. I don't think he's a Christian. He might be Catholic. I don't think he's Christian because he won't fucking answer that simple fucking question. That's so easy to answer, but he just refuses to do it.
I don't like that question. I don't like the question.
Pause. I don't know if somebody put a fucking Kermit filter on this motherfucker, but this clip has nothing to do with the rest of this video. I just wanted to play it because I thought it was funny.
Everybody saw this. What I saw was this. I don't like this.
Look like a dude who's just having a fucking episode. It's just not...
question. I don't like this question. I don't want to make fun of people that have those kind of... But that's what I felt like.
Schizophrenia can be funny. It can be.
Bro.
I think we were both.
Bro, afraid it can be funny sometimes.
Schizophrenia can be funny.
Yes, it's my face is fucking face. Like, the fuck did he just say?
It can be.
Bro,
I think we were both.
bro, what?
Have you never seen a homeless person in the metro talk to themselves and they having a funny ass conversation? It is some of the most committed method acting I've ever seen. I'm serious. I saw one dude talking about, bitch, wear your underwear again. I was like, ooh, I don't know what I'm listening to, but I'm tuned in. Like, it's like Netflix for free on the metro. Let's be honest. Mental health can be funny, all right? And I'm not going to pretend otherwise. With that being said, so this happens, everyone loses their mind. And I actually looked at Jordan Peterson's faith. He actually often says he does not identify as a Christian.
I can tell.
And he's pretty consistent about that.
What does that mean? Trans atheist? He's atheist, but if you look under, there's a Bible.
He's a non-binary atheist? Is that what the fuck it is? Is he religiously non-binary? Is that what the fuck this is? He's like non-binary, but in a religious sense. That's what the fuck. Oh God, that might be the title of this video. Jordan Peterson comes out as religiously non-binary. I already have the fucking title. Boom. Right there. Jordan Peterson comes out as religiously non-binary. Got it.
You're happy with that one. It's all good.
Oh my God, I thought this was a safe space. Anyways.
So he has this whole process where he talks about faith and he tries to avoid as best as he can to say he's Christian. He says, I don't know what I am. But he says, I believe in God, and that's something he's very confident in. And then oftentimes in a lot of his videos, you actually see him do full-length talks about Mary, Jesus, the power of Christianity and faith. So for a lot of Christians, they're like, why don't you just come out as Christian, bro?
Real.
Get out of the closet, grab your Bible, come to church. And that's where these next clips come.
I didn't know being a Christian was so shameful for Jordan. I didn't know this is something he's like ashamed about. Like, holy shit. Damn, dude. I didn't know it was so shameful for you to admit you're a Christian. I didn't know that was such a big deal for you, dog. I'm sorry. My bad.
Come into play. So play number 6. It's at 1 minute 43 seconds. The video should already be ready. So this is a couple Christians, conservatives talking about it. They've had Jordan Peterson on. They like him. This is their reaction.
If I'm being real, I'm really disappointed. We got a guy who's helped millions to see value and order, discipline, family, tradition, and then you pull back on the one foundation that you come from. He's lectured on biblical stories. He's Moses. And then the guy just asks you, are you a Christian? I don't care, Catholic, Protestant, are you a Christian? Because you've been claiming and you're preaching it that you are. Why have that moment? What are you scared of? Why? So now you've confused the shit. Tommy, you can't talk about the power of the Bible and logos and Christianity and Jesus Christ and claim all this. And then when the moment happens, and I think that kid, whoever this kid is, won this freaking debate to where you have to say, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You lose it right there. Why don't you say that you're a Christian? What are you scared of?
Well, what's funny is because originally when they uploaded this video on Jubilee, the title was One Christian versus 20 Atheists. Then they changed the title to Jordan Peterson versus 20 Atheists.
I can't be the only one that saw Charlie.
Well, the fact that the KBD is mild compared to this, even though Patrick Bet Davis is a scammer, I might look. That's the whole other thing. I might do a rabbit hole video on that one. But then we go from this to Nick Fuentes, who is a legitimate white nationalist. But the fact that you got Christians looking at you, oh, why don't you just say you're a Christian? Why are you preaching all this stuff, saying all this stuff, having long-form conversations and debates about this stuff, if you're not ready to admit that you believe in stuff and that's your religion? I don't understand. What the point? It sounds like you're just trying to virtue signal just to win points. You're going up against people who are debating against Christianity just to get points off it. You're not trying to debate for the religion. You're trying to debate the people who are against the religion because you got something wrong. Because you got some beef with the people who don't like the religion. I don't even think it's because they don't like the religion. I think you just have beef with them. I think that's all that is. I think you're just using Christianity and religion as an excuse to debate and beef with these people. That's what I believe. Because you would have just said you were a Christian by now. But you're not. You're like tiptoeing around it. You're not trying to answer it. So I'm guessing you're just trying to beef with the people who either don't believe or actively debate against it. And you're just trying to debate those people. You're not trying to debate for the religion. You're trying to debate against the people that are against. That's it.
Kirk get blown out on that point. Oh. Jordan Peterson get blown out on that point and realize.
Pause. Talking a lot about dudes getting blown out over stuff. Bro, calm down. Pause. Ayo, Lex.
The end is nigh for the conservative grifter. Hey. It's over. Because everybody that has put these people up on a pedestal, Peterson and Charlie Kirk have all the answers. If I hear a left-wing argument, I go to Charlie Kirk and Peterson to hear why that's not true. They've got all the answers. They're the masters of knowledge. Their weakness in both cases is their hypocrisy. And that's where a liberal can pull at that string and unravel the entire grift.
Not because someone is smart in one thing that you should believe everything they say. And they are smart in all aspects of the world. He is something to look at, of course, but I think with the years, he lost a bit. He was trying to prove a point. He was not trying to debate. He was trying to, you feel wrong right now, young boy. Hey, you don't have the answers, boy.
He just wanted to see 100 dudes.
Boy, what is a Christian? What is true? You don't have the answers to that, boy. It felt like that. It was a never-ending battle. Would I say that Jordan Peterson fell off? Yes, he did.
But good for him for building a career off of me. I don't like that question. And a lot of men being like, I like that you don't like that question. More men saying they don't like questions.
I think when I look at this thing, it's interesting for me because obviously I've seen Jordan Peterson. There's a background for the man. He went through his drug addiction. He went to rehab. He was never the same for sure. But some people might say he changed even before that. I think he was in Russia. In rehab.
What was his drug?
I think it was benzodiazepine.
He can answer that question, but not if he's Christian or not? That's crazy.
But someone argued that the question...
No shame in the game, and then drugs, no problem.
I think also the question of faith, it's acceptable to say you don't want to talk about it. His problem is that he does talk about religion all the time. He does speak to Jesus and all these things. So I don't think it's unfair for people to ask that, especially in a debate between atheists and Christians. I think that's probably one of the places where I think it's the most appropriate to ask the question. But you know what I think the saddest thing is you can tell when he's in that debate, when they're asking these hypotheticals almost to trap him or whatever, he almost looks like he's offended by the fact that young people are inquisitively asking him things and challenging him in this way. He looks like, how dare you? And to me, I think that's probably one of the saddest things because one, you signed up for a debate, but two, you're the older person involved in this. It should be your job, one, to answer the questions of the young in regards to things that you care about. That's your job as the herald for the next generation, right? That's what he wants as a responsibility to shepherd men. But then when you're questioned, You let your ego get in the way and you run away from the question.
Also,
to me, that's just so cowardly, and it's the opposite of what I expect older people to do towards young. I hate when old people say, "Don't ever question me." It's like, then, well, how are you in a position of leadership if you think your job is to never be questioned by the people after you? So I think that's probably the saddest part about him is like, I would have had so much respect for him if he said, "You know what? That's a difficult question, and I'll have to think." Because it shows that even at his age, even as an intellectual, there's always more for him to learn. Rather than have that approach, he's like, "Don't ask me that. Don't ask me this." It's like, well, that's what makes me lose the most amount of respect for him. I didn't have much to begin with. But
it's a mix with my mom and my dad and a kid going to Jerry Springer. Don't ask me that. You don't know me. You don't know nothing about my life. You don't know me.
But it also goes with that generation too. When he was coming up and he was younger, in that time, people weren't looking to question anything. They were looking for something to follow and something to blind belief, which most Christians have, right? So he found his target market when he was younger.
I
guess.
disagree with the fact that he was not questioned because I've seen some interviews, like famous interview that he has with the news anchor for the journalist from the UK, and she's questioning him on a bunch of things, assuming things about him. And the thing is that I liked about him at that point is he was able to remain calm. He was stoic. He was super calm. He was like, "No, this is very difficult, but I'm not doing anything about it." And he was able to catch her because he was being relaxed, poised, stoic, able to answer the question, even the difficult ones. Now he's just being a big baby about it and trying to twist the thing. It's not the Jordan Peterson that I knew when I first knew about him. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
Yeah, he's in a very.
There was a point where he was able to answer hard to answer questions, but calmly. Now, just his demeanor, the way he's looking at people, he's just,
he's
get off
becoming
my lawn.
Bro, if you look at videos of him for just like 8 years ago, physically he looks night and day. He looks angrier, he looks grayer, he looks more worn out. And I can imagine a lot of the campaigns against him online and some lot of hate probably wears on you, but he looks just decrepit. And even I feel like now his performances are too. But I feel like I thought this was a bad look. Today's topic.
A lot of them are women on my team.
I have mostly women too. Why is that?
I have 10 reasons why. Men are pieces of shit, first and foremost. They just want.
This got nothing to do with the video, but honestly, I might get into that video next time. All right. That was it. Jordan Peterson, just night and day difference to who he was about 8, 9 years ago to who he is now. And it's sad watching him become the bitter old man who just, I don't know. It's a hell of a video. Don't know how I feel about the setup. I don't know who the woman is that they added. She's pretty funny. She added her stuff. All right, guys. Peace.